Hey y'all, have any of you ever showed a cow before? Well, after a day, I hope you got a better understanding. Now, I'm no pro at this, but I've raised them my whole life and I showed them for 10 years plus. Today, you will understand on how to show a cow more. I'm going to do this by explaining what the equipment we use, how to get them ready for the show, and then actually showing them. First off, I'm going to show you some of the equipment we use. This is a halter. It goes around their head and you use this to break them and lead them around. So they are always by your side, and then you can tie them up so they don't get away, and then they get used to it. This is just a halter for breaking them. Here is an actual show halter, which you put on show day. It just looks a little bit nicer and you look more classy with it. Here are some washing supplies. First, you always want to use Joy soap. That's just nice on the cow's hair and skin. And then you scrub that in with just any kind of brush. Doesn't really matter, I guess. This is what we use. And then you don't need this, but you can scrape all the water off, so then it's easier to blow dry them. I don't have my blow dryer on me right now. It's getting winterized, but that's pretty much just like a big hair dryer for cows. Then you have some prime time adhesive. This is what you can put on the cow's legs, make them stand up, and it just adds volume to them, making them look a little bit more showy. This comes out white, so we have black Angus cattle, so we cover that up with black finisher. That just touches them off a little bit. Then to finish them off, we put a little final bloom on them. It's pretty much just hairspray for cows. That just silks them up real nice and makes their hair pop. This is Revive. It's just a skin and hair conditioner that we use every day during the summertime after we rinse them off, and it just gets their hair all flowing one way and makes it pop nice. Here are some curry combs that you should brush them every day. This one just makes it a little bit more fluffy. This one just really gets all the old hair out. And also, you always need a feed and water tub for your cows. It doesn't really, well, it does matter what you feed them, but everyone feeds them different stuff. And then here's a straw bale. That's what they lay on. And then you also have a hay bale. That's what they eat when they're not eating their grain. Then you have a show stick. This is to keep their feet in line. And then also you scratch their belly when you're showing them, so they just sit there nice. Also, you always need a pitchfork, because when they're at the show, they're going to be pooping a lot, and you got to clean that up so the visitors don't see that. It takes a lot of time and effort training these things all summer, getting them ready for the show, but it's all worth it for sure. First, you bring them in from the pasture or wherever they were. You know, they're just wild creatures, not really used to humans yet. Then you put them on a halter. You know, play some music and just spend time with them. Then they start getting used to you. Then you can start walking them around. You know, they usually don't come right away and they try to run around, but it's all part of the process. Then they start being able to lead around, and then you can bring them to water, feed them, and then you can eventually go out and wash them. Then once you wash them, blow them off and stuff, then whenever you're combing them and training the hair, you always want to train the hair, pull the whole body to the opposite ear. And then on show day, once he's all blown off and stuff, then you can start pulling the legs up, and that's when you would put the adhesive in and then spray the black on it just to make them look thicker. And you want a nice flat top, skinny neck here, and you point the tail head to kind of like a mohawk shape. Then you do the same thing back here. Pull all the leg hair up, put the adhesive in. Now to move on how to actually show them. Once you get them all fitted up and ready for the show, then you put your show halter on and you wait for the judge to call your class. Once you get up to the class, you're gonna have your show stick, the calf, and you always wanna make sure you got your comb with you in facing backwards, and then you don't poke the nose on it. So you walk around the ring, have your head held high so it looks the best, and then just wherever the judge tells you to go is where you bring them. Then at one point he's going to tell you to stop and get them lined up right. So this is where you just keep your head held high. You just scratch them, and you always want this opposite front leg, or the leg closest to you on the inside, and have the judge looking at that. Well, that's pretty much how you show them. Today, I showed you how to show a cow. I talked about the equipment, how to get it ready for the show, and how to actually show them. Well, hopefully now you know a little bit more about showing cows. Thanks for watching.